Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa khususan ala sayyidil awwalina wal akharina wa khatamil nabiyyina wal mursalin sayyidina wa nabiyyina wa Maulana Mohammed wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa baraka wa sallama tasliman kathiran amma ba'du fa a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim wa nada'ul mawazin al-qista yawm al-qiyamati fala tuzlamu nafsun shay'a wa in kana mithqala habatin min khardalin atayna biha wa kafa bina hasibin. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim wa sadaqa rasuluhu an-nabiyyul kareem wa nahnu ala dhalika lamina shahidina wa shakirina walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbi salli wa sallim da'iman abadan ala habibika khairil khalqi kullihim. My respected elders, brothers, friends, and my mothers and sisters. I've recited a short verse from Surah Al-Anbiya, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is stating that on the day of judgment we will set up and we will place a scale, a balance, in which the amals, the deeds of every human being will be weighed. And this scale, in size and in span, is so large that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said in a hadith, it would enclose 7 earths and 7 heavens in its fold. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this verse used the word plural. We will place scales, while in the hadith it is mentioned on the day of judgment there will be only one scale, not more than one scale, only one scale, and in that very one scale the amals and the deeds of each and every person will be weighed. And the question rises here, so why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word plural when there will be only one scale? Ahl tafsir, ulama, muhaddisin, mufassirin, to explain that this one scale will serve the purpose of many scales. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will post an angel on the balance, on the scale, and he will be standing there. When the amals are going to be weighed, one angel has been appointed by Allah that your duty is to stand here and check what's happening. And when a person's good deeds will outweigh the sins, then he will make an announcement and he will say, all people, so and so has passed his test, and he will not be, from now, he will not be deprived from any blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if someone's sins were more, and then he will make an announcement, "Oh people of resurrection, this man so-and-so has failed his test and he has been deprived of all Allah's blessings. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from this. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take our accountability on the Day of Judgment, a simple one. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to make this dua very frequently. Allahumma hasibni hisabi yasira. Oh Allah, let my reckoning be easy and simple. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, al-Mu'mineen, the mother of all the believers, she asked, O Prophet of Allah, what do you mean? I heard you even making this dua in your prayer, in sajda, that Allahumma hasibni hisabi yasira, oh Allah, let my reckoning be easy for me. What does it mean? He said, on the Day of Judgment, the book of deeds of every person will be open in front of him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, a person will come and Allah will look at his book of deeds, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, close it, let him go. He said, this is an easy reckoning. Allah will look at it and then Allah will say, that's fine. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, man nukisha faqad halak. If any person's book was opened and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just pointed out, why did he do this sin? Why did he commit this sin? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, then this man will perish. Then for him, there will be nothing but the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he used to make a dua, Allahumma hasibni hisabi yasira. So this is dua we should, if we can't learn the text, the words in Arabic, just in your own language, we should keep on making this dua that, oh Allah, on the Day of Judgment, we are going to be accountable for each and everything. Oh Allah, we ask you, you're going to judge us. Oh Allah, you take our reckoning very easy, make it easy for us. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, once she says, I was crying. And Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to me, why are you crying? What has caused you to cry? What's making you cry? So she said, oh Prophet of Allah, I just remembered the Jahannam. Look here, al-Mu'mineen, a wife of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they are Jannati. She's crying upon the remembrance and the thought of Jahannam. So she said, I said to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, O Prophet of Allah, will you remember your family members on the Day of Judgment? He said, there are 3 occasions in which no one will remember anyone. On the Day of Judgment, in the plane of resurrection, there will be 3 occasions. No one will remember no one. He said the first one, when the amals and the deeds are going to be weighed on the balance, on the scale, at that very moment, no one will be remembering anyone. Every person will be concerned what's going to happen to me now? Are my sins more or my deeds are more? And he said, the second occasion, when the record of deeds will be thrown in the air, and then it will fall either in the right hand, which will be the sign of salvation, or in the left hand, which will be sign of the punishment, that no salvation for you. Or it will fall from the back, it will come from the behind, which will be sign of the punishment. At that very moment, at that occasion, nobody will remember. Everybody will be waiting. Now the record of my deeds have been thrown in the air now. Let's see where it falls, in my right hand or left hand. This is the moment when nobody will remember no one. No one will remember no one. Neither one will remember his parents, his children, his brothers and sisters, his friend. No one will remember no one. He will have his own concern. And the third occasion, in which no one will remember no one, will be the occasion when people will be crossing the bridge. They say Malik Shah was a king. But the kings in olden days, they used to go for hunting. And his soldier, while he was going from the hunting, and his soldiers, they passed by a village, and there was a cow, and the soldiers, they seized the cow, they slaughtered it, and they cooked its meat. And this cow belonged to a poor widow from the village. And when she discovered that my cow has been, it was my livelihood. I used to feed my children through the milk of this cow, and now it has been slaughtered by the soldiers. Now, just imagine, how can she get access to the king and to complain that your soldiers have done this? And she tried it, but she failed. And then someone told her, the king, he will pass by such and such bridge in the morning. You have a chance. You can go there and stand there. When you're crossing the bridge, you go stand there and then complain to him. And with the courage, she went next day, and she stood right in front of the horse which the king was riding, and she said, you will not pass by from here. I won't let you go to the king. Just imagine, in this day and age, if a prime minister or somebody standing in front of his car, what will happen? They will say, somebody is a crazy man. They will shoot at him. But here, she stands right in front of the horse of the king, and she said, I'm not going to let you go from here. Now you tell me. She addresses the king. You tell me now, are you going to sort out the matter on this bridge or on that bridge? Now, the kings in those days, they had the fear of the akhirat. As soon as he said, are you going to solve this matter on this bridge or on that bridge? She meant the bridge of the akhirat, the Sirat. Now you tell me, O king, what are you going to do? The king, he dismounted from the horse, and she said, oh, old woman, what's your problem? Speak, tell me, what happened? I want to solve it here, right here, not on that bridge. She said, this is what happened. My cow has been slaughtered by your soldiers, your security guards. And then, when he heard this, he was very displeased with his security guards, what they've done. But then he ordered, in exchange of her one cow, give her 70 cows. And besides that, he ordered that she should be given so much in cash. She said, now I'm happy with you. Now Allah is happy with you. Allah's messengers are happy with you. I'm happy with you. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, on the day of judgment, 3 occasions in which no one will remember no one. At the scale, when the amals are going to be weighed, when the record of the deeds will be thrown Now my amal will be thrown in the air, and everybody will be waiting in which of my hand is going to fall, right or left. No one will remember at that moment anyone. And the third one, when people will be crossing the bridge. This bridge is located on the Jahannam. Whose feet will slip, he will fall into Jahannam. Whose feet will slip, he will fall into Jahannam. There will be people, who, like a lightning, they will just cross. There will be people like a wind, according to their amal. And there will be people whose amal will be so weak, they will be crawling on the bridge. There will be people who will be running on the bridge. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, this is the occasion when no one will remember no one until they have reached the other side. And the other side will be the Jannat. So then they will remember. When the book, record of deeds will be given in the right hand, then they will remember so and so, or where's my family? Like in the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when one has entered the paradise, he will look around. He will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where is my family gone? Where are my parents gone? Where are my brothers and sisters gone? Where are my children gone? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, well, they are here, don't worry, they are here in Jannat. Your children are in Jannat, but they are in the lower section because their amal were not so much. So they are in lower, they are in Jannat. He will say, oh Allah, when I was doing the good deeds in dunya, I wasn't doing it for my own self. I wanted the salvation for myself through my good deeds and for my children. One pious is, whenever I remember my own family, when my children come into my mind, when my wife comes into my mind, I increase my ibadat. The number of rak'ats, the number of nawafil I perform, I increase it. So that not only myself, I benefit from my amal, I want my children and my family to benefit from my amal, from my good deeds. So I increase my worship. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Allah will say to the angels, well, this is the wish. This is the wish of my slave, my servant, that they should be united with him. Now, just go for the masjid collection. Just let them finish this collection and inshallah we will start for the sunnah.